but I could have taken him out. I didn't. It was good, hard racing. I got beat. Bubba Pollard got beat. I was fine with that. I'm going to rate. You race long enough, you're going to get beat. But the biggest issue I had was when I come on the pit road to go to Tech. I got the finger and a little hand gesture and a little bit of that, and I just had enough. It is what it is. I had all I could take, and I feel like it needed to be handled.
Why do you think Jeff flicked you off? I mean, what was it? Just like, hey, F
because
you,
they're
man,
scanning,
beat you, or what?
Because they're scanning on the radio. They're scanning on the radio, and they're worried about what I'm doing. It should have been enough satisfaction to say, hey, I just outrun Bubba Pollard. I just outrun Brent Setzer. I just outrun the field. I just won the race. You don't have enough respect and satisfaction of winning the race. Well, that's not needed, So, it is what it is.
Again, Bubba Pollard joining us here on Finish Line to talk about what went on here. And then, of course, things really, really got out of hand then. I mean, so what was the demeanor? You're getting out of your car, because Zach Evans and I were hosting the Morning Bull Ring, and you were on with us. And by the way, you come down, and Zach says he's coming down to handle, post-race and do interviews. And all of a sudden, there's a roar from the crowd. Did he approach you? Did you approach him? When he flicked you off, did you go back to where he was? Was you still in your race car? What led to you finally getting your hands on him and knocking him down, punching him? Yeah.
Well, I was in my race car. He was walking towards victory lane, and I was coming in the pit, so I stopped my car exactly where it was and got out. When a man flicks you off and tells you that, to a guy, we have history.
Right.
We have bad blood. When a guy walks by you and tells you, when I already don't like the guy, when he comes by you and flicks you off and tells you that, there's already bad blood. If you tell someone that, you better be ready to fight. So that's all there is to it. There's a difference in what was going on and just somebody flicking a bird on everyday life than what went on Saturday night. It was much more than just flicking a bird and saying that. So there's more to it, and I give him every opportunity to hit me and swing at me first, and he didn't do it. So if you're going to say that, you better be ready to fight.
Okay, my question is this: when you were restrained by the sheriff's authorities, from the deputies there, was there anything said by Cars Tour? Did Jack McNally or Chris Regal or anybody of the Cars Tour, come back to you on Saturday night after the Throwback 276 and say, "Hey, look, what you done, Bubba, was not right. There's going to be further ramifications, punishment, penalties, suspensions, whatever from this"? Or was you under the impression that everything was done, pretty much?
No, Jack never said nothing. Chris come over to me and said, they're going to have to do something. And, me and Chris have our little disagreements on some other things that went on in the track and a lot of disrespect going on. And we didn't really talk that much about the incident. We were actually talking about something else that happened. So, it was mentioned, it was said. I knew they were going to do it. Nowadays they're trying to look, they're going to fine you and kick you out and try to get your money any way they can. I just think it's funny that Setzer, did the same thing a few years ago. What Setzer done was not wrong. I'm behind Setzer 100%. They got fined $450. Bubba gets fined $1,500. That's a big difference for the same type of situation that went on. So, I don't understand that, but. It doesn't matter to me. If they don't want me racing there, I won't go race with them. There's plenty of opportunities to go race other places. I can race my dirt car. If people want me to come race with them, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine too. I'm here to race. I'm not at the racetrack to make friends. I bring mine with me. So, it is what it is, and we'll move on. And I stand behind, everything I've said and what I've done. And if you don't like me, you don't like me. I mean, it's okay. I'm there to win races, and it's not all fun and games. I'm there to win, and that's what I'm there to do.
Yeah, again, joining us is Bubba Pollard, driver of the number 26 car. We want everybody to take a listen to this. This is some stuff that went on during post-race that I was able to get as a couple of sound clips, and then we'll talk about this conversation here in just a moment.
No, here we go. The old man comes by me shooting me a bird. That was good hard racing. What's none? That was good hard racing. The old man comes by shooting me a fucking bird.
Don't move. Don't move. I'm down you right here.
But basically, Bubba, you kept saying, I thought it was good hard racing, and then your man comes and he shoots me the bird. Matt's demeanor and I'm not saying anything bad here, obviously I'm a media guy. I have a job I have to do. It's just like what Bob Dillner even talked to me about the way we handle things on Bullring Monday, and he's like, maybe I might have done things a little bit differently, but I know you're trying to be civil with everybody because I'm kind of new to this, and I know Zach is friends with everybody too. But the thing about is this, maybe we should have threw a jab there because a lot of people in the box, Bubba, were saying that you were front, you were honest, you spoke your mind about what went on here. Matt Craig did a totally different front. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, when walking up to the situation, I don't know. He didn't know what his dad had done. He didn't know what had went on. He was thinking that, I was mad for what went on in the racetrack, and that was not the case. I didn't get mad, and I really wasn't all that mad.
Right.
I just had enough. He was unaware of what went on, and it is the biggest thing. And I think once they realized his dad had kind of instigated it, maybe it was a different story. So, it was good hard racing. I could have took him out at any point in time, and I didn't. That's not the person I am. That's not how I race. But if I wanted to, I could have. So and I was going back to my pits. Everything would have been fine if they'd kept to themselves and went to victory lane.
So maybe Jeff Craig should have been the guest. Maybe Jeff Craig should have been the one to have the talk. I mean, obviously I know Matt Craig is the driver, but maybe Jeff Craig should have been the one that had on the programs and on the media stuff saying, "Hey, dude, what happened? Why did you do what you did?" Instead of putting things on the driver, Matt Craig. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think it's both of them. And then after the race, everything that's went on, I don't get on social media and talk bad about anybody.
Right.
If I got a problem to you, I'm not going to talk to you. That's just point blank. I'm not going to bash you. I'm not going to stab you in the back or be a coward. I am who I am, and if I don't like you, I'm not going to talk to you. So I tell it like it is, and then things escalated into, I got sent pictures and tweets he's made that says he's rattled the bear, and that 100% that's directed towards me.
Right.
If this was the end of the book or end of the story, you wouldn't have put that out there. But you want to keep it going by saying these things after the incident that went on. So that to me shows you what kind of people they are to keep it going and to do those type of things. And I'm not going to sit there and talk to you. I'm just going to go handle the situation.
Bubba, is there any way possible that you can appeal, you can protest what has went on with the Cars Tour? Have you spoke with Jack? Have you went above Chris Regal, the series director, and spoke to the founder of the series, Jack McNally, and said, "Look, man, this is crazy. We got guys at Bowman Gray." And I'm friends with those guys too, and I had them on Finish Line last week. But we got, or at least Jason Myers, we got guys getting mad at each other in the madhouse and hitting each other with race cars. You just get out of your car and knock a guy out because he talks junk to you and flicks you off. What would have been worse? What would you go down pit road with your race car and run the guy over? What would that have been?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Exactly. And hurt other people in the process. But, Jack called me, and if they feel like what they've done is right, then that's all. That's on them. If they don't need Bubba Pollard there, and which nobody needs Bubba Pollard there, I'm just like I'm not saying that I'm just like the next guy. I'm no different. I put my pants on just like they do.
Right.
And if they don't want me there and they think that's what they need to do, then that's okay. I thought about it long and hard yesterday, and we was going to appeal it. And then the more I think about it, the more I'm not going to do it because I don't believe what I did was wrong. So, it is. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. And, if they don't need me or want me, then that's fine. I won't come back.
So the Cars Tour, are you just because I know you run late model stocks from time to time. I know you run Supers full time. Are you just banned from running the Cars Tour super late model events for 5 races, or are you banned from running anything involving with the Cars Tour? Period.
That's one thing that we're going to have to talk to them about because the owner that we got a late model stock and we were planning on running. Maybe a race or two.
Right.
So we're going to see how to get ready for Martinsville. So we're going to see how they handle that situation. That would be the only way I go back, is I need some seat time in the late model stock. Other than that, I wouldn't go back. So there's plenty of opportunities to race late model stock other places too. So we'll see. I'd plan to run maybe 1 or 2. So we'll see. We'll
Absolutely.
see how. That's a question for them to answer.
Well, I was going to say, but do you think that they should allow you to run Cars Tour late model stock events because it is not a super late model show?
Different group of guys, different group of racers, different situation, I think. I don't know how they should handle it. I'm going to file an entry for the late model stock race, and we'll see what comes of it.
And, of course, I've looked at the remaining schedule here for the Cars Tour Super Late Model events. Bubba, it's pretty much wiped you out for the rest of the year. You probably will not be able to run a Cars Super Late Model race until next year.
Yeah, we're fine. There's other places I can go race and things like that. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll go to Martinsville and things like that. But it's no big deal. We'll find other places to race. Go race, have some fun. See if we can't win. And just have just biggest thing is have fun and go with it and see where it all goes.
Bubba, if you had to go back and do it again, would you have had a different demeanor in the way you handle things Saturday night with Jeff and Matt Craig at Hickory?
The only thing I regret is my little girls, growing up and having to know that, it happened. But other than that, it is what it is. I'm going to teach, like I said earlier, I'm going to teach my little girls to stand up for themselves when somebody's, being mean to them, being bullied, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So, I ain't gonna say I don't regret, for the situation. Some things just have to happen.
Final question for you, and this is non-related to the incidents with Jeff and Matt Craig. Again, Bubba Pollard here coming up in a few moments. We will talk to the driver of the Kryptonite, number 28, entry to Parkersburg, his first ever Buckeye Late Model Dirt Weeks championship of Tyler Carpenter here after radio timeout. But Bubba, the Cars Tour, and maybe this is the way you can speak positive about the event. The Throwback 276. Just talk about how popular that event has become, and with the throwback schemes and how all the teams have embraced it, the crews have embraced it, and it's been a big, big show for the fans. I mean, I saw videos and pictures of obviously what happened between you and Jeff, but also of the racing itself, and it reminded me of the old days of the Sun Drop or the Pantry 300 when the NASCAR Busch Series used to race at Hickory at the birthplace of NASCAR stars.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. What they've done to promote that deal and, what they have going on, the way they've designed it is great. They've done a great job, and no better location than Hickory there, where it all started, where it all originated from, to be able to race and see the fans, that many fans there and get excited about what's going on is awesome. I wish it could be like that each and every week, and hopefully it will get back to that point. But, yeah, they've done a great job with the way they've, went on to promote the race and designed it and things like that. They've done a great job, and hopefully they can keep it going. It's awesome to see that many people there. Get some new fans, hopefully they can do that years to come and can be a yearly thing for him.